Alright, so finishing up the fourth step in tutorial 2 review assignment. All we did was just enter the rest of these fields, set the data types, if there was a caption, um, and so on. And I think we captured each of those things. Yeah, okay. So one thing that shows up when you do the units, right? So you do units, it's a number data type, and down here it has field size is going to be integer, and this is important because depending on the amount of data that you want to hold in a field, or field size for number entries can make a pretty big difference. If you look, I forget what page it's on, but there is a breakout on helping to decide your data types in your book, which is good to reference, especially for the objective quizzes. Okay, so we choose integer, and decimal places is going to be 0. Caption, units per case, like that. And then the default value. Whenever you have a number or a currency data type, there's a default value that automatically shows up as 0. If you don't want that to display, what they're alluding to here with no entry, what they're saying is just simply get rid of that 0. They're not actually telling you to put no entry there. And I would do that for price as well, even though it doesn't say that in this particular exercise. If you don't want a default value, just simply delete it. So that's what they're talking about there. Let's see. And now that we've gone here and we've said in the description that product ID is your primary key. This is step 5, by the way, that this is our primary key. But in order to designate this field as primary key, you have to click on it and then either click on the key up here, or you can right click the field and choose primary key. Either method is fine, but you'll see a little key show up next to the field name, and that indicates that you have set this field as the primary key. Now when you do that, you'll notice down here that the index property automatically changes to say yes, it's indexed and no duplicates are allowed. If I click on supplier ID, you'll see indexed field property is yes, but duplicates are okay. So a primary key is a unique identifier, so obviously you can't have any duplicates. So that's that. And we'll talk a little bit more about primary and foreign keys. The supplier ID is the primary key of the supplier table, and we're going to use this as a basis for linking each of these products to which supplier is that product associated. And so we add this field here as what we call a foreign key, which just simply means that it's a primary key in another table. We're adding it into this table so we can connect the tables using a common field. Primary key here to foreign key here. And we'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit later on, but that's why this field exists. Okay, so we can go ahead and save this table now. And in this one we're calling the table product. Like that. And probably ought to go ahead and stop here, and then there's some modifications to make in step 6. So we'll stop video and come back.